Hey guys! So, this is a really cool interview with Elizabeth James, who runs the US based International Liberty Horse Association, and who, with her husband Dan, has worked on several episodes of Heartland as Liberty horse trainers. They are also the organizers of the International Liberty Horse Festival in Kentucky, with special guests to the festival this year, none other than the one and only Amber Marshall. Here's more about the work they've done on the show and all about the Liberty Horse Festival, where you can see Amber. Watch this. You have been doing this festival that Amber's going to be a part of in October for
Yeah.
the last 3 or 4 years then?
Yeah. So the festival has been the last 3 years, and then the whole ILHA championship show, it's always been in October, has been for the last 5 years.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what does a festival entail? Like what's going to be part of people who want to come to it? What will they get to see and do?
Yeah, so the festival's awesome. It's a 4-day festival this year. This is the first year we've done 4 days. What we did was on the Thursday, it'll be all ILHA championship classes because we've got a lot more members that want to show than we can fit in. So
Wow.
on Thursday, it'll be all competition. And then the first 2 hours of each day, so from like 8 to 10 on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, will be the best of the best in the competition classes. And that way, people coming maybe don't know about Liberty, just want to see Amber. They'll get to see people just like them competing in the All Tech for those first 2 hours. And then from 10 o'clock on until either 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock, depending on which day, we do educational clinics. So we'll have clinicians come over. Some of them teach Intro to Liberty. Some of them teach a specific thing, how to teach Liberty to kids. Some of them teach how to teach a lay down. Last year we did bridleless jumping. We had a bunch of seminars on that. We did some colt starting with Liberty. So it's all kind of educational stuff in the arena. And then we have rooms on the side of the building that also do seminar sessions. So we've got panels looking at the psychology of Liberty. We have people that talk about different applications of Liberty. So they'll talk about Liberty for therapeutic uses, Liberty, there's some veterans groups that use it. So it's kind of just everything focused on Liberty. We've got vendors, and then we do a nighttime show on Saturday night that Dan produces. So that's a really fun Liberty nighttime show. And then yeah, that's kind of the whole weekend.
Would that show be similar to what people might have seen in season 5, episode 18, I think, when Renard, who was supposed to be the character, is supposed to be the horse trainer, brings his dark show horse,
Yep.
and then Amber rides around with the horses. Is it like that?
Yeah, so it's theatrical. So we've got two themes that we're working on this year. Not to give it all away. One of them is movie horse magic. So looking at the show, kind of focusing on horses in movies, obviously the element of Heartland. But
Yeah.
we've got another idea. So we're kind of Dan's picking between the two of them, but it's an hour and a half to 2 hour show. It's all Liberty, it's all different acts, it's all different performers, it's all the fun stuff. It's costume, music,
Wow.
horses and stuff like that. So the nighttime element, and Dan does that. That's kind of his specialty, but it's a lot of fun. So people coming get to see exactly what they saw in that episode, but as a whole show live, which will be amazing.
Now, I don't know if you know this, but when Amber did season 5, episode 18, for example, did she do her own stunts, or was that Nikki?
So I
Mhm.
don't know in which particular scenes. I know that the episodes, the more recent ones that obviously
In
I
season
was
15?
there,
Yeah.
Amber does a lot. Like she is really impressive, having worked in different film or photo shoot environments with Dan and horses. The amount that she does herself is pretty amazing. I mean, she's a horsewoman, she's competent, she's confident. She works well with the horses. So I don't know in that episode in particular how much or what that consisted of, but I know the ones that she did with Dan's horses, and that had to have been season 15. It was all the
Yep.
Palomino horses. Yeah.
Yep. That's right.
She did a lot of that. Quite a bit of that.
Yeah. So season 15, episode 1, those were
Yeah.
Dan's horses.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's so
then
neat.
we came up, we were really blessed to be able to come for season 16, the Miracle Girl scene.
Yep.
So we did that, and there were a couple of our horses in that one. So ours was
Oh,
obviously
really?
the black horse. And then there were some scenes with two of our other horses at the beginning with the girls working them in the trees. So we had a couple of different scenes in that. And then it was an incredible opportunity. And again, thanks to Amber, like I just have so much respect for her. But our daughter got to be the stunt double for the twins. And so the Miracle Girl scene where she's holding her hands up,
Yeah,
yeah, so that was her, because it was our horse, so she was really confident with him
right.
and had a good relationship. So that was an amazing opportunity to do.
Oh, that must have been so cool for her. And this was the 7-year-old?
Yeah, yeah. And the twins, I mean, she loved them, and the whole set and Amber do so much to make it fun for those girls.
Yep.
And so for our daughter, like, we still don't think she understands what she did because she thinks she just went there to play with them. And so someday she'll figure out what she actually did, but it was an incredible
Can you tell me
opportunity.
a little bit about your organization? Like, do you run a
Yeah.
farm or is it like the whole International Liberty Horse Association? Do you run the whole thing?
Yeah, so I don't know if you're familiar. So my husband, obviously Dan James with Double Dan Horsemanship. So we have a farm that we bought when we got married. So we've owned it since 2016 here in Lexington, Kentucky.
Wow.
And we started the ILHA in 2019 is when we launched it. So in 2018 we worked on it, but we didn't launch it till 2019. And the whole idea behind it was Dan does a lot of clinics
Okay.
and a lot of people, and he's done some work on Heartland. And there's all
Oh,
these
wow.
people that love horses, they love Liberty, but there wasn't ever anywhere for them to get to go to do anything with it.
Now,
Um,
what exactly did he do in Heartland? Did he fly up to Canada to do some work?
yeah, so he's gone up, he went up with a bunch of his horses I've got to get my years straight. So we went up, was it last summer? No, the summer before. One of my horses did some work on season 16, and
Oh,
he
okay.
had some horses, and then his horses did some work, I think then on season 15 before that. He did some
Wow.
work with some of the original horses at the very beginning, way back when they first started doing Liberty. So he's had
Oh,
a
in
really
season
good
5. Okay.
relationship.
So
Yeah.
are those your horses? In season 5, episode 1, there's two white horses. Are those yours?
No, no, those
Yeah.
ones aren't ours. Nikki had the Z, the black one,
Okay.
and a handful of those different ones. That's not true. One of them was Top Gun. I forgot that he was up there. One of those was Top Gun, and then the other one was Nikki's horse. And so he did some of that, and we kind of just in following it really felt like in jumping, there's local jumping shows. In reining, there's local reining shows. But for people with Liberty, there just hasn't ever been somewhere for them to get to go do it. And
Right.
that was kind of the idea behind the association. So we launched it in 2019, ran it for a couple of years, and then in 2022, we turned it into our championship show, into the Liberty Festival. We brought in Pat Pirelli, brought in Warwick, and made it more not just competition, but like educational, put on a nighttime show. And so that happened in 2023, we moved over to the Alltech Arena. And then this will be our third year.
Wow, Liberty horses are so cool, and I love those episodes. And I can't wait to go to the festival in October and meet Elizabeth, Dan, Nikki, not to mention the amazing horses, and Amber in person. Hope to see you all there. Bye for now.